What up, nerds? Today's video is going to be about my entire Metal Gear Solid box collection from the 1980s to pretty much the present day. It was originally going to be just this one video. It's now going to be three because I realised when I stacked it all up, it just grew exponentially out of control. So today we're going to cover the 80s, 1988 specifically to 2006. So it's going to be a little bit of unboxing, a little bit of my opinions on each of the games, cover a little bit of my history with each of the copies. Some of them are really special to me, some I could honestly do without. Any omissions in the collection, like why they aren't there, little tidbits of info about each one that you may not have known. So yeah, let's commence the virtuous mission now. First up, where better to start than the OG Metal Gear. Now this actually isn't a totally OG one. This is from the NES. This is the Nintendo version, not the MSX version, which I didn't even know existed until I got into this series. I don't know what an MSX is. I do know it was originally released on there. Nintendo licensed it from Konami, and it has just this nonsensical blurb on the back of it about a crazed Colonel Vermin Katafi, who isn't even in the game. It's the normal story of the game where you enter out of heaven and your big boss is the villain, and they just put this weird blurb on the back of it apparently. I don't know why. It's in pretty good condition. I like it. But the best bit is inside, of course. Not this. Ha! This massive cartridge. No, it is in fact this. All kinds of shenanigans. You got how to destroy the enemy table charts. You've got maps. You've got your mission briefing. The best bit that I love to bits is on this tiny little section here. Someone's wrote notes on it, like this stuck on a puzzle or it's a code or something. I haven't actually played the very first one all the way through. It stresses me out. It hurts my eyes. But I love that. I love that someone's like, yeah, I really want to do this. I'm going to use what has been provided in the box. I fucking love that. It's so cool. Next up, we've got the OG for PS1 Metal Gear Solid. Technically, again, it's not the total OG. It's the Platinum Edition, so it was released after the original, sold 1 million copies. But I hear you crying out. Have you scribbled upon the front of it, you fool? No. I met David Hayter at a convention. He was really cool, and we got a photo together at the signing booth, even though we shouldn't have done, because I was like, Mr. Hayter, look, I got Metal Gear Solid in my aim. And he was like, yeah, just take the photo and go. We had a bit of a quote off, which was pretty cool, and he told me I was pretty good at doing an impression of him, which I enjoyed. So this one's technically from 2000, the original's like 98. But yeah, signed, it says, Josh, it can't be. Snake, David Hayter. So this is total prized possession. I want to be buried with this. Inside, 2 discs, just like the original release. Shiny boys, because it's the platinum one. Yeah. And an enormous, absolutely enormous instruction booklet. 45 pages of instructions. You just do not get that anymore. You get a leaflet for a download at best. So this is definitely one of my favourites. Prize of the collection. Oh, I love it so much. And here we have Metal Gear Solid Special Missions, the first of many questionable spin-offs. I don't really know what to say about this. It is pretty lame gameplay wise. It is 300 VR missions. Why? The big selling point, as you can tell from the cover, is that you can play as Ninja Grey Fox for some of it. it isn't that exciting. I have played it before. I think I played a digital copy on PS3. I've never actually loaded this up. It does say that it is actually the third disc when you look inside. Third disc of the whole game. The instructions are significantly smaller. Do have this pretty cool image of Grey Fox. That's about it. This one is 13 pages long. The other one was 45. It is kind of a cash grab. This one says not to be sold separately on it, so I'm assuming it was sold in a pack with the original. The only noteworthy thing about this game is it was the first 3D animation version of Mei Ling until Metal Gear Solid 4. It looks cool. It isn't. I can already hear the Redditors. This is my least favourite core entry in the series. I don't know what it is. I like the story. I think it's pretty cool. The switcheroo with Raiden, where you play as Snake for a little bit and then you get switched out. It's like Darth Vader levels of pop culture twist. But it just doesn't grab me the way the others do. The marketing on this really goes ham on the twist, like Solid Snake on the front, Solid Snake on the back, on all this, on the strategy guide. The only thing is this tiny little picture of Raiden naked at the top that might give something away. I had lent this copy out for 9 years before thinking about making this video and getting it back.
I'm afraid it's been 9 years.
So it doesn't hold a particularly special place in my heart, I'm afraid. But if you like it, you like it. I can respect that. But it just ain't for me. And here we have slightly better Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance. This comes with essentially the VR stuff from the special missions, but this time you have 350 VR missions and 150 alternative missions. Why? You do get the Snake Tales in this, which I remember being like really low budget but pretty interesting. It's about what Snake was doing sort of parallel to Metal Gear Solid 2's main story. But the main feature, the big bad feature, Solid Snake goes skateboarding. Experience cool snakeboard rides. Only on PlayStation 2. This is also 2 discs. You get the main game with all those shenanigans on board, and the document of Metal Gear Solid 2, which is the making of, which I have watched and it is pretty interesting. This is the version that you will get if you buy the HD collection. It's got most of it on it. I don't think it's got the skateboarding mission on it. I think it really was just 4 pieces PS2. More definitive total version of it if you do like the second one. Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes. The only GameCube entry in the series and one of the only Nintendo entries in the series, is essentially a from the ground up remake using the second one's engine, produced by Hideo Kojima, not directed by, and you can tell because even though his stuff's usually pretty wild, this, from what I've seen, takes it to another level. And I do know that David Hayter, who voices Solid Snake, gave up half of his wage for this to get most of the original cast back, to redo their voice lines from scratch. So that's pretty cool. It has this kind of shape inside, which I think must just be a GameCube feature, but it's the only GameCube game I've ever owned. But I like how it's the same shape as like a lot of the artwork and stuff that was going around at the time. Very in vogue for the series at that particular era. It is 2 discs like the original PlayStation version, I'm assuming you swap discs around the same time because it's that big. Obviously, little GameCube couldn't handle the power. So that's pretty much all I know about it. I'm looking forward to trying it for the first time, absolutely.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill, I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
So let's just jump right to it. This isn't just my favourite game in the series, it's my favourite game of all time. I remember picking this magazine up and just being fascinated and compelled to know what it was like to play it. So I ran off with my pocket money at the time, because I think I was still in school, and the rest is history. I got this exact copy you see in my hand right now, and it blew my mind. I'd never played anything like it, and I haven't since. I mean, is it a graphical powerhouse? Not really. Are the controls obtuse? Yes, to this day. And you know what? I wouldn't change a thing about it. There's something about the setting, the vibe, the story is still really compelling to me and can honestly still make me tear up all these years later. I can't honestly talk about this game enough, about how much I like it in this short space of time. So I'll probably do a full buzz off it video soon, to be honest, because it's fucking awesome. This is the best one. I'm sorry. If you disagree, you're probably, definitely wrong. The others have their merits, but this one for me absolutely blows me away to this day. God, I love it so much. I was very lucky to get it signed by David Hayter at the same meet and greety thing at that convention. It says, "Josh, pretty tasty snake," which is obviously because this has survival elements in it. So when you eat stuff, whether it's good or bad, Snake says whether he likes it or not, and that's one of my favourite lines. And he was happy enough to oblige with that, which was rad. And finally for today, Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence, once again signed by David Hayter. Says, "Josh, you're pretty good." I probably butchered that impression as well. On the back, Metal Gear Goes Online, the very first version of an online component that I never got to play. I didn't have online connectivity with my PlayStation 2. And it is, instructions are right in the middle. Another the best instruction manual, I think, that one. 3 days, why? The first one's the game and all of its shenanigans. One of them, I believe the second one, is the online components. And Existence is like weird recut trailers and cinematic modes. I can't honestly remember because obviously it's PS2. I haven't been able to play it for a while. This again, for the most part, most of the features are what you'll get in the HD collection. And it is actually, I think, up there with one of my favourite covers in the series. That really like it. So there we go, part 1 of the Metal Gear Solid complete physical boxes that I own. Part 2 will be coming hopefully relatively soon. There's some more stuff inbound as well. Like I said, I'm looking at getting the GameCube fired up for Twitch to play that Twin Snakes for the first time. So if you liked it, give it a like. If you disliked it, dislike it. And if you double liked, please subscribe for more. And I will see you in the next one. Teddy bye!